wicked. Oh my goodness. Hello everyone and welcome to the BosqueeNet adventure. My name's Jeff. Gonna be hiking up the path just here behind me. Gonna find ourselves a spot to camp for the night. It is about 50 degrees right now. I've even got the sled with me. Got a box of firewood with me. I wanted to have a fire tonight, so I was willing to tug it in. But let's get going down the trail. Let's enjoy this adventure together. There's a nice place right down here by the river's edge. I'm gonna try pitching for the night, which means sled's got to go down the hill. So let's send it. That was cool. We're gonna have to slide ourselves. Woo! That was fun. Oh boy, is this beautiful or what? Oh my goodness. So, got my stuff just right there. I think I'm gonna find a spot right here behind me, and that's where I'm gonna put the tent. So I'm gonna get going on that, flatten out an area, and this is just beautiful. Let me give you a shot of that again. This is gonna be awesome. All right, let me get stuff set up and I'll be back with you soon. right, so as you can see, I needed to move location here. So I decided to tuck myself up just right up in here. Where I was at was going to be too windy. And so we should be good to go now. I'm going to start packing everything else into the tent. I got a little sweaty doing this. When I left the truck, it was 50 degrees. So it's a little warm up here. But I'm all good. Gonna keep going. All right. This is too much fun. Yeah, got some snow in here. Not what I want. Give it a flip it around. And just like that. That's good. I just got myself a slice of heaven here, don't I? All right, I've got one of the guidelines here, and before I do all this, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to take that guideline and wrap it around this rock and just tie a simple knot. Boom, just like that. And I'm going to at the corner of the vestibule that I want to tie that down to. And just a simple knot, just like that. I am going to find where that naturally wants to fall. Ooh, that's a good hole. Just like that. I'm going to take another rock, put it on top of it. Just like that. Now, I'm going to undo the other side here. Zip that up, and that's nice and taut. Just like that. The tent should be nice and good now. It's still quite a bit windy. I think it's maybe picking up just a bit more, but it's still a warm breeze. Oh my goodness. I'm gonna start getting some kindling ready, get my fire going, and then I'll get some water on for dinner. Wind is wicked. Oh my goodness. Keep taking a look back at the tent just to make sure it's still there. Figured I'd show you guys this here real quick. I mean, it is 50 degrees. All right, everyone. I've had to kind of put the camera a little bit far back tonight. I do have a wireless microphone, so you should be hearing me right now. Hopefully better than in my previous videos. This wind is whipping. I am contemplating just doing dinner and maybe heading back home. The wind's a little bit much. Just trying to stake stuff into the snow and everything else is a little bit difficult. It doesn't seem to want to stay too well. But I'm toughing it out right now. I mean, it's only 5:30, so shoot, even if I'm up here till 10, I don't care. I'll still enjoy myself. Tent seems to be doing well. There's an immense amount of heat coming off of this fire. Like I showed you just a minute ago, it's 50 degrees. It's quite warm. Digits, toes, everything's doing quite excellent. So I do have something new for this adventure. I did end up buying myself some new boots. These are the Basque Torres AT, and they're made of Gore-Tex. I think they're quite fantastic. So between my waterproof socks and the Gore-Tex boots and stomping around in all this slushy wet snow, I mean, my feet are completely dry, warm, which makes me very happy. I am getting hungry, so I am going to start getting my dinner going. Tonight, ready-wise lasagna, so I'm going to make that up here real quick and enjoy that. I kind of just want to turn the camera around for you guys to let you enjoy what's going on here, so I think I'll do that for a bit too. I mean, it's just absolutely gorgeous, beautiful, and I truly just want to share that all with you. I did bring up the alcohol stove again today. Quite frankly, I was not expecting it to be 50 up here. I was expecting way colder. I guess this works, right? I did bring up myself a windscreen this time. Because I certainly need it. It is just absolutely beautiful and gorgeous out here. I'm just loving this. Water's a-boiling. Let's get everything ready here. Yeah, nothing too fancy there. Little bits of pellets. That's kind of just the ready-wise. That wind gets a whipping, so I just have to keep my head on a swivel. wind starts blowing like that, and I just got to keep my head on a swivel. I don't want anything to come down on me. That, and I don't want my tent to wind up in Oz. Well, it's 6 o'clock. It's still windy. Fire's putting out plenty of heat for me. Dinner's hydrating. I got a time lapse going, so kind of curious about how that's going to turn out and everything. Sundown should be happening down in the valley here shortly, so I hope I've got everything positioned okay to capture colors and everything. I am not a fan of that wind. I know, you all are probably saying, oh, well, it's just wind and everything else. Well, wind can be a real big pain in the butt when stuff starts flying around. I'd much rather not have to deal with the wind. As you saw in my last episode, I didn't mind dealing with the snow. Snow is fine. I can handle snow. Wind just wants to be destructive. Starting to get little tints of yellow in the clouds. So hopefully right now we're both watching this amazing time lapse of the sunset, and that it's just absolutely gorgeous. I am very happy that I'm here. This is like 180-degree difference from last episode, where it was just snowing and snowing and snowing, and that it got down to next to zero. So I appreciate this. I really do. This is not a time lapse. Those clouds are just moving that quickly in the sky. Using the tree there for reference. Now that the sunset is hitting these clouds, I mean, it has just gotten all of a sudden really bright out here. Sorry, that view is just gorgeous. Just for reference, temperature is dropping a bit. Still not too bad out here. And just like that, once that sun goes down and it stops hitting the clouds, all of a sudden it starts getting dark again. My dinner's ready. I'm gonna start eating. That's what it looks like. And I'm just gonna dive into this. Down in the valley today, it was a warm one. We got all the way up to 62 degrees. We have all this southerly wind coming up, and 2 days from now, we're going to have a complete temperature shift. We're going to go from, 62 down to about 20 degrees. Lows in the low teens, like 11 degrees. So a big change coming in. You know, here we call it the warm before the storm. I don't know if you have that same saying where you're at, but here for sure, we are certainly experiencing the warm before the storm. The sun is set now. Bring on the dark. Yeah, it was time to put another log on the fire. Time to put the hat on. A hat on. This isn't the sleeping hat. The channel seems to be doing better and better. And I have to attribute my success to all of you for tuning in, for sticking in there with me, and just challenging me to do better. You know, there'd been a lot of comments about the audio in previous videos, so I hope it's getting better. I hope with this microphone setup that you guys can hear me, that things are improving. So I appreciate you all challenging me to do better. I really needed this after this week I've been having. It's just been a tough one at work. Straight up, just a tough one. I don't want to get into it too much. I like to keep the work life separate from the adventure life, but I'm sure that you all can relate. Some weeks at work are just tougher than others. Being able to come out here, enjoy just a spot of nature, to take it in. I mean, this is my happy place. I absolutely love nature. I love getting out here. So, whoever you are, wherever you are, you know, here's to bad weeks, and here's to conquering bad weeks. Tell you, that wind comes and it stokes the fire right up. All right, everyone. A little bit of change in plans. So I've been checking out the weather report, and it's telling me that the winds are actually supposed to be getting worse as the night goes on. So I'm going to be packing up the tent and the backpack and everything else. You know, I'm having a wonderful time. Just with where I'm at and everything else, I don't want anything coming down on top of me during the night, especially if the winds are supposed to be getting worse than what they are. The weather report's telling me that, you know, it's supposed to get, 40 mile an hour gusts up to 60. So I really don't want to stick around for that. My tent wasn't meant to handle winds of that speed. So rather than destroying what I have, and everything. I'm just gonna pack it all up. I mean, I'll stick around and enjoy the fire for a bit more and everything. I'm not too worried about that, but I am gonna start packing everything up. Unfortunately, I was hoping to do a test night number 2 with my one Tigress sleeping pad. Looks like I'm not going to be able to do that. But hey, thanks for sticking around with me so far. Unfortunately, I'm going to have to just end this one a little bit sooner tonight. So, yeah, it's a bummer, but I've been having a fantastic time at the same time, so I can't complain much. It is what it is, but when, you know, y'all got to make your own judgment calls and everything else, but the judgment call that I'm putting on here, I don't want anything coming down on me in the night. I want to stay safe. I want to keep going out on adventures and everything else. So just going to start packing things up. So I'll leave you here by the fire for a bit as I get everything all situated and put away. I just want to thank you all for joining me on this BosqueeNet adventure. The fire's out. I'm going to start heading down the trail. The wind continues to pick up. It was quite a chore trying to put the tent away. You know, as soon as you unstrap and unbuckle everything wants to fly on you. So that's all put away. Yeah, you can hear it. The wind is sure picking up. Need to stay safe. Still got my little tube. All right, everyone. Well, I made it back to the truck. That was no problem, but oh my goodness, is it windy out there. Yeah, thanks for joining me. I know I had to cut this adventure short. If you like the content that I'm providing, be sure to like and subscribe. It would really help the channel. And if you have any comments, questions, concerns, Jeff, why'd you do that? Let me know in the comment section down below. I look forward to hearing from you. I mean, that's what we're running into, right? We got all this stuff falling down. So we had something very large come down here, as you can see. That's how windy it is. That's why I bugged out. So remember my motto, fail fast. Look, if the conditions are gonna get wicked and wild, have an exit strategy. And don't wait till the last minute. It's just the nature of the forest this time of year. Everything seems to be brittle. Everything that died over the winter is just aching to get blown off of the trees. So, you don't want anything like that coming through the roof of your tent at night. That would be no good. Hello everyone. I decided to come up the next day and film this epilogue. The wind event is still happening. Man, is it windy up here. There's quite a few down trees and branches and everything else all along the roadway coming up here. I tried to show you some of it last night. But there's cleanup crews, taking care of it and everything. We were just back that way last night. So what was happening is the wind, well, it was coming down from the hills here. There's Mandy. It was coming down from the hills here, and it would just come screaming across the reservoir here and then get funneled right back into here where I was staying. So, I think I made the right decision by leaving last night. Woo. Like I said, it is way windy. So hopefully you can even hear me right now. Like that, and the tent would just kind of fold in on itself, and it was like that just wasn't gonna work out. So thanks for joining me. I had a lot of fun last night, despite not being able to stay the night. It was a lot of fun. Thanks for joining me. Bye now. See them swaying in the breeze up there. All that stuff wants to come down and break.